Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody had a great weekend. All ready to go for this week. Should have a good trading week this week. We already had some movement overnight in the Europe session. As you can see, the pound dollar here came down to, this is yearly, that purple line is yearly support. And it come down and made a buy, and then you had to poke down there to get in. This is on the 1 hour, and then it made a pretty good move up, which is a Europe session, and it's kind of retraced it some and it's come back up to it. Probably going to take up the high. This is probably where we're heading, is up into here, maybe enough to retest that high right there. As if you were able to get in it, initially that was your stop. If you got into that, you've been able to move it up to right here now, and you should have taken off half your position, and now your second half has made money also. If it continues pushing up, then you can continue moving up, and target should be right up in here somewhere for today. There's no news, so there's not much chance it's going to reach this extreme resistance. Chances are better it's going to hit this and retest that retracement right there. So that's on the pound dollar. The 4 hour, let's see what it looks like. Let's see. It just shows the same thing. Came below the yearly pivot. That purple line right there is a yearly. Closed below it, went back above it. Well, now it came back and touched it, and it's trying to push back up on the longer term. So right now the 1 hour is in a buy. The Aussie dollar, it made a buy also. That was on Friday. Really didn't give much of a retracement. Let me spread that out. That looks too pretty. Yep, that's better. You had a couple opportunities to get in there, and now it's ran up. It's at its daily range right now, but that's the extreme, and it could push up into there before it has some resistance. Remember, on Mondays, that is setup day. As usually it's the move one way and then it goes the other way for the rest of the week. So it'd be interesting to see if this pushes up to the extreme and then it starts to sell off. But I would think with this flush down that we're going to retrace some of that back up into here. But it would be nice if it would pull back down today, back into here for a buy, low risk buy, and then push up. See what the 4 hour says on it. It's in a buy. It is pushed back down right there. There's our opportunity. Right there on the 4 hour, push back into the buy, and now we're trying to push up. So if you happen to get in this Aussie dollar, and you hadn't taken a profit, that's your stop loss. Initially it was right here, but now that it's pushed up, it's right here. If it takes that out, it's taking all this out and going lower. Because right now it's in a buy, but it has made getting close to its daily range. Like I said, it could push up to the extreme right here. Euro CAD 1 hour, same picture here. Made a 1 hour buy, it pulled into it. There's your chance to take profit, move your stop loss from there up into here and probably even higher. I would have moved it up into here, and now you've gotten stopped out of the second half, but with profit. First half made big profit, second half made some profit. But if we get a push back down into here, then we could look for a buy. And that's on the Euro CAD. The 4 hour. Let me spread this out again. See, it was in a buy. Still is in a buy, but it's trying to push down. But a pull down into here could give us a low risk buy opportunity. But that would take all day and probably even into tonight to get to there. So right now there's nothing to do on the Euro CAD. CAD yen is in a 1 hour sell. It's trying to push up into it, but with the oil, with the dilemma going over in Israel, the oil prices are going to probably continue to climb. So the Canadian dollar will be stronger. So we could take out that high, but we want a low risk sell just in case. We could get a $5 to $8 risk. It'd be worth it, because if it works, it's going to take all this out and go down here and retest this yearly support now. That's on the CAD yen. The odd yen, it had made a sell. It was a flush down. We should retrace that at some point. Could be this week. It made a 1 hour buy. There's your buy opportunity. There's your first half of your profit target, and now you're moving your stop up from there. For initially was up to here, and now you should be up to here. So the second half has now made money too. So you don't have to look for a trade. You're in the trade. You just manage the trade. Takes all the stress off. On a Monday, October the 16th. Now the daily range has not been met, but it's close, and more than likely it's going to retest this high right there today. But we'd love to see a pullback down into here for a buy, and then come up and fill in that flush right there. On the odd yen, that's a 1 hour. See what the 4 hour looks like. There's the buy. I would think at some point this wick is going to get filled in. Maybe not completely, but somewhere down into here. And then we'd have a great buy opportunity back up to here. So right now, kind of in no man's land, even though it's turned up, this could be a buy right here. It turns in and pushes up, but it won't get up there today because the daily range on the odd yen's not that big. And there's no news. Pound Aussie 1 hour is in a sell. It's just taking its time. And it really didn't have an opportunity. If you didn't get in there, this one would probably have been too big a risk. Let's see and make sure. 93.27. And that's 93.03, 27.24 plus 4 on the spread. That's 28. So that is within my parameters. 30 is the max with the spread. That's it. I don't do any more. The risk reward gets thrown off. So that would be the one to have done if you didn't get in that candle. Even if you did, you've taken off half your profit. You've moved your stop down. It's made money. You're happy. That's the pound Aussie. The pound CAD has made a 1 hour buy. It made that last night during the Asia session. There was no poke down though, except for right here, your chance to get in. So that trade would be 65.49 was the low. That low is 62. That's 13 plus 4, $17 risk. And you're just hoping it's going to push. If it pushes up and takes that out, then you can move your stop up from there to break even plus a couple of pips, maybe even under the low of this candle, depending on how this looks in a couple of hours. This is a 1 hour candle. So the range on it today is up to here. If it's to the upside, so it's got room, the pound CAD. But there's the range to, the Monday being the day that it moves. Let's see. Excuse me. So, pound CAD. See what the 4 hour looks like on the pound CAD. I'm going to squeeze it. It's in a buy. It kind of ran away and gives us a chance to get in. So a pullback down into here would be great. So it could push up a little bit today, and then the rest of the week's the sale down to here. So the pound CAD, got to keep an eye on that. Pound yen made a 1 hour buy during the Asian session, late Asian session. There's been really no poke down right here. That low 181.14. That low's 51. So that's 37 plus 4 on the spread. That's 41. That's too great a risk. Got to have a pullback back down in here to get in long. Now the range on it for today is up into here. See, that's the yellow line right there is a yearly pivot, which is now resistance. See, we broke through it right here. So today it could come up and retest that, because that would be in the daily range within the pound yen, and then it could turn around and sell off, which would be okay if it can pull back down in here. We want to buy right in here. So you could take a buy right now expecting it to go up to retest that pivot, and that's your stop. It takes that out, then it's going down lower down into here. That's on the pound yen. So the 4 hours is showing a sell, and I would think this wick is going to get filled in mostly. That's still a ways to go, because that's down in the 178s. It's 300 and something pips away, almost 400, where we would expect it to come down to. So that's not going to happen today. Pound yen, 1 hour. We'll have to look and see what it looks like. Next on the agenda is Euro New Zealand. It's in a 1 hour sale, but it's got a little of a gap to fill. Didn't fill it in all the way. So there's the low, there's the high. It didn't quite make it. So I would expect that's going to get filled in at some point. Could be today, could be tomorrow. But this yellow line is a yearly pivot, which is now support. It broke up through it, we retested it, and gone higher. Now will we come back and touch it and go back up again and go even higher, fill in that gap. So that's another one worse. So we got several to look at today for potential trades. There's just nothing there right now. And that's the Euro New Zealand. The 4 hour is in a buy, the 1 hour is in a sell. See, there was your opportunity, which I was in right there. Pull back, move up. Now we're just starting to make a retracement. So is it going to pull back to the support now? On the Euro New Zealand, have to watch it. Several to look at. There's potential trades, but they may not happen today, and you got to be okay with that. You got to be patient. So we have to wait. The pound New Zealand has got the same picture. It didn't fill in its gap overnight. Come close, got most of it, but it didn't. So the pound New Zealand has an opportunity to come in, fill in the gap. Look at the 4 hour, and it was in a buy. There was an opportunity to get in long, and you've been rewarded for your patience. You got rewarded there if you got in, you got rewarded there if you got in here or here, you got rewarded here. Now you may have had to keep that overnight, because this is a 4 hour, so a couple of nights actually. But you got rewarded for it. Patience. Here's the 1 hour. We'll keep an eye on that too. Several to keep an eye on. New Zealand yen. Got a gap fill to the downside. There's the buy in the Asian session. It made a push up. Now it's made its daily range for the day, but there's our yellow yearly pivot, which we crashed through last week. Now we may come up here and retest it. Before we drop off. So we kind of want a pullback down into here, sell off to get a buy, and then push up. If it pushes up to here, then we have to look for a sell opportunity possibly. So nothing to do in the New Zealand yen right now. It's either going to pull back down to here for a buy, or it's going to pull up to here for a sell. Euro yen is in a 1 hour sell, but it has sold off quite a bit. Now it's in no man's land, but we'll squeeze the 4. Now the range is up here today, up in here for the yen, so it could push higher before it sells off. The 4 hour, I'm still thinking this wick has got to get filled in for the most part down into here, which would give us a buy opportunity. Right now it's in a sell, and it could push up a little bit higher back up into here before it sells off. So there's several potential trades here this week, but there's just nothing here today. Have to wait and be patient. Euro Aussie is in a sell, just started. You did have an opportunity to get in here, a couple of candles. So we'll keep an eye on these. That's a 4 hour. So see how this ran away. Euro Aussie, there's no retracement. We want to pull back down here to buy. Long way to go. Long way, because this is a 4 hour chart. Long way to go. On the 1 hour, There is the sales opportunity to get in short. And there's the pullback we need down into here for a longer term buy. But right now it's in a sell. But the range on it, I don't know if you can see it. The potential upside range, daily range, is up into here, which would take out this high and nullify that sell. So the potential is up in here for it to go for today. If it's going to the downside, it's down in here today, right in here. So mom's, she's not been feeling too good, so I'm trying to keep an eye on her. She got kind of worse over the weekend, so just bear with me if you would, please. Okay. And that was the Euro Aussie. So that's everything on there. Pound dollar has an opportunity to go up into here today. And at some point I think we're going to have a retracement with this flush down. Retrace it, we'll be back up in here, which could give us another sell opportunity. See, when that sale showed up, it just sold off. There was your opportunity to get in short, and you really got rewarded over a couple of days. I see on the 1 hour, you'd have had to flip to the 4 hour to get your movement pushes down when you got in it. Let's see, we've come back and about touched the yearly support line. Hit it several times. 1, 2, 3 now. So we'll have to keep an eye on all these. Several to look at. That's just good. I told you this is probably going to be a good trading week. And we're going to have sell-off at some point, because a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving is when the moves usually start, big moves start happening, and then what they call the Christmas Santa Claus rally up into it. So it would basically be about a 5 or 6 week move. Now the end of the year, couple days before Christmas up till the end of the year, I don't trade, and neither do the big boys, so there's no need for you. All you're going to be doing is just fighting with the market makers, and guess who's going to win that? Not going to be you. You're going to have to take such short top profit targets, and it's going to be whippy, and you can easily get stopped out on your trade and be right. So I take that whole, actually it's a little bit over a week off. Actually, it's usually about the 23rd I stop, and then I don't come back to the after the 1st, because banks are closed here in the U.S. on January the 1st, and a lot of times the 2nd is not a great day either, depending on what day it falls on this year, which I'm not sure of. But right now the pound dollar looks good. There was your opportunity right there to get in, and this one's going to be too far to get in. You need more of a pull down in here to get in long. That low is 121.22, and that low is 121.42, so that's 20 plus 3 on the spread. That's a 23, so it's within the parameters of 30, which is the max I have, and that's with the spread. And you may ask why 30 and not more. Sometimes that does work, but then it throws off your risk to reward. Or at least it does for me. So we'll see if that pound dollar is going to make any kind of move to the upside and retest this high today, which it can on the daily range for it. Or is it going to start selling off and pull back down to here before we make the push up to fill in that flush way up here, which would be better. Big move right there. And you could get in here now with your stop right there, but just remember there is potential that it could pull down into here, which will stop you out. And you could always add to your position if you wanted to when it got down in here, but then both of your stops would have to be right here. So you're going to increase your risk a little bit on that trade. I'm not sure what the stock market moves, especially with all the stuff going on in Israel and oil getting higher, how this is going to play out. Almost a daily event thing. Let's see. So any questions by anybody? I had a couple of people over the weekend email me about buying my system, which is not really a system. The only thing that I got is these and these arrows I created, and these lines. Now this line here is a yearly pivot. You can find that pretty much anywhere. These blue dots is parabolic SAR. You can find those anywhere. These blue and orange arrows are just trend following. Of course, being an hour, it's going to be following the hour. When we switch it to 4 hour, then it's going to change to that. You can pretty much find those anywhere. But I'm not selling my system, period. Because there's too many people that when they purchase it, they're not really traders. They just sell products, so they get that, they critique it a little bit, change it up where it doesn't look exactly like what I have, and then they start selling it to other people. I'm not in the business of selling products. I'm in the business of training and educating people to where they can eventually be able to work from home, and this becomes a full-time business for them from home. That's the goal. The goal is not to sell products for me. There's a lot on YouTube that does that, unfortunately. And it's easy to find them too and figure out that's what they're doing. They're not trading. They're just selling you products, or they're trying to get you on to subscribe to their channel. I've said this before, and I'm sure you guys found these. That there's one trader that was on there had a trade room, not doing the Forex though, basically doing gold, and then trading the NASDAQ and Dow, but he wouldn't make a trade till there was so many likes. And of course, when that happened, everybody drove it up, started clicking on the likes so they could get a trade. Which, why would you want to follow somebody like that? It should be about teaching you, not trying to get likes and subscribes. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. It should be more about, if you want to really teach people, to train, educate people, then do that. There's no need to say anything if we don't get so many likes. Man, I know your time's valuable. My time is valuable as well, being on here, because it's for free. And I record these videos in case you guys miss anything. You're able to go back and look at it. Don't edit them. There's people that do that too, believe it or not. But they actually edit out the stuff that they don't want out there. If the ones didn't catch them live, then nobody would ever know. So just be careful of them traders out there. Don't let them suck you in. There's a lot of them do 1, 3, and 5 minute charts. To me, it's too stressful. The way I trade reduces stress immediately. I mean, if you got in here, that's your risk. This is just an example. I didn't get in it. I'm looking for a pullback down into here to get in, or a possible sell up into here. Now I might get in small right now with the stop right there, expecting to move up to at least here, but it's going to be a small, be like a half a position. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Half a position. This is the stop, expecting up in here. That low is 42. So it's 36 with the spread, but it's a half a position, so it's $18 risk if I get stopped out right there, with the reward up to 22.25. so that would be 22.47, 22, so that's 52. My math is right, which would be a $26 reward. With the $18 risk, it's not the greatest risk reward. That's what I like. 2.5 or better. I don't like 1 to 1. I don't like really anything less than 2 to 1. But I prefer 2.5 minimum to 1, and even greater. So if this does push up into here, I can move my stop up, break even with a couple of pips on it, make money, and just see what happens at that point. Just monitor it, because I'm okay with it coming back, stopping it out, and coming down to here looking for a buy off this yearly pivot, which is what it done once. Come back, retested, I'm hoping, and then we make, that would be a massive move right there if it could come back down to here, and then we've come back and fill in the flush up into here, and possibly have a low risk sell opportunity. Well, it'd actually have to be up into here for a low risk sell. That was actually your low risk sell. But that would be a huge move, money maker for the week, if it can do that. But you don't know till you watch it, and we're going to watch them. Aussie dollar trying to push up. It's approaching its daily range, which would be up into here. So it ain't got nothing to do on this. There's not enough room. I'm expecting a push up into here though, for a sell opportunity for that flush that happened last week. Because more times than not, they retrace that and fill that back in. Some people call that a gap because it's a flush and there's absolutely no retracement. You had 6 straight down candles. So the better opportunity is a push down into the buy and then flush up. So that'd be okay with it pushes up in here and then it sells off back down into here and then goes up. But sometimes there's not a retracement on these for days, even weeks before. Well, that way you have to come back and look at it. So this could easily push up here first and then create a sell and drive down. Not today, it's not going up there today, but it could run up into here today. That's its daily range, and then overnight and start of tomorrow Europe session and New York session, they could push it up into here and then drop it off, because there's news tomorrow. And also there's a lot of earnings those are going to be starting. So if we get some that's really off on major companies, see the EuroCAD is pulling down in here. So you had one opportunity. Well, you're not going to get that one, chances are, because this happens a lot. But you could have got maybe that one, or even better yet that one, because that risk was 43.28 low. That low was 43.30. That's $2 plus the 3 on the spread. You were risking $5. $5. And if you did get in there, 43.30, it's pushed up to 84. That's 54, which that would have been the you'd have got half your position off, and you'd have moved your stop initially there on this push up. You moved it up to here, and you may have even moved it to there, and if you did, you're stopped out, and now you're looking for another trade. But you got your first profit target, and the second half of it made money because you were down here and you just got stopped out, so you made decent money, probably $70 or $80 on that trade. And that's just that one currency. CAD yen is pushing up. That's what we want. The daily range on it is up into here, which is looking like there's possible sale, but the only thing is the CAD's tied to the oil. And see, we're above the yearly pivot right here, good distance above it. So with the oil and the war going on, the prices getting higher, this could take out this high, and I'm not sure. Is that the only one? Oh no, there's the other one up there, way up there. And hell, I mean, it could take a couple of months if it trends up to get up there. Probably should have went to 4 hours. Probably showed that easier than a 1 hour. No, nothing to do on there. Odd yen. There was a pullback buy. It has the opportunity to go, because of the daily range, up into here for today. Retest that high right there. And I would love to have a sell-off. See, I'm expecting this flush to get filled in too, way up here. So I'd love a pullback back down into here and then a push up. Now this may just continue, and they'll fill it in and then sell it off once it gets up into here. So again, the daily range can actually go to that high over here, retest that. It's right in here. So all those we get to keep an eye on. Pound CAD, pound yen. It's got a big range. It could come up and retest this again. easily the daily range is up here. That's the yearly pivot. You come up close to up in here today. The flush to fill it in would be up into here. And with no news, I don't think that could happen today, but it's possible. The yen can go 120, 140, have even said 160. I think it's going to struggle right there because that's a yearly pivot. See how we closed below it, came back up and tested it, drove back down, and kind of looks like we're going to come up and test it again. But the better scenario would be pull back down here, create a buy, and then we go up here. That's the bigger opportunities. So any questions, comments by anybody? I think the New Zealand yen needed a pullback. Yeah, it's got a gap to fill in down in here. Its daily range to the high side is up here, which is that yellow pivot line test right there. But the best scenario would be come down here, fill in the gap, low risk buy, and then we come up. Right now there's nothing to do. Euro yen, nothing to do on it. Euro odd, nothing to do on it. It is in a sell. So we're going to take a look at all of these. The euro is moving a little bit. The yen, dollar yen, I need to keep an eye on that. Dollar yen is at 149.48. I don't think it went up to 150s today or overnight. No, it didn't. So I don't know if you guys knew, I've said it before and I repeat it, the dollar yen, I'm in shorts on it, 148.90s, 149.90s when it gets back up there. Because the Bank of Japan will step in again like they did about a week and a half ago. But apparently they don't want it over the 150s, even though it went over 150.16, I think is actually what the high was for. They spiked it down over 300 pips. That was in the 1 hour candle. So I'm looking for that to happen again. I'm willing to hang on to it for a while. I've got profit targets down there, another 400 pips away, because I'm expecting a bigger slam down this next time. Because that was just send a message last time. The pound dollar looks pretty good. It's got the better opportunity was to retrace down in here to retest the yearly pivot where it bounced off of, and then sky up into here and fill this in, that flush, which some people call a gap because there's no retracement at all. It'd be up into here, that would be a big move. But the daily range on it for today is up into here and could actually retest that high right there, so it could come up into there, so there's room to make money on that if you got in. But this would have to be your stop, because if it comes down, takes that out, then it's coming down into here, into that candle. That'd be a low risk buy. But if it takes that out and we're at the yearly support, guess what's going to happen? It's going to close below it and go lower. So there's no reason to hang on there. It increases your margin, it ties up your money, and then plus you're in the hole. You guys mind if I go refresh my coffee real quick? Since I went over the yen, I'm not expecting anything on that. Okay. I'll be right back with this. Fresh cup of coffee. Okay, I'm back. Any questions? Any questions? Here to answer. Here to answer. Pound dollar's trying to put down, even though the buy would be down into here. The daily range possibility to the upside, if it goes up, is up to in here. So it could do that easily, but it also, if it comes down, it could retest this yearly pivot, which is this purple line right here. But we just have to watch these. New York session doesn't open for another 23 minutes. The Euro Aussie is doing nothing. Euro Yen doing nothing. This daily range is up into here today. Possibility to go up in there. The better scenario, because it's in what I call no man's land, is that let it push up into here where the sell is, and then have a low risk sell. We'll go to the 4 hour, and I'm expecting some point this week. That's where the Bank of Japan stepped in to come down here and fill in most of that. Of course, that's not going to happen today. It would take a couple of days to get down to that point. But it could push up into here, give a low risk sell, and then start the journey down. So it being in no man's land, there's nothing really to do. Have to sit and be patient and wait. If you're in a position where you're trading, where you feel like you have to make money every single day, I would suggest stop yesterday. Do a demo account, learn, save your money while you're learning, and then you'll have a better opportunity to not blow accounts, which what I'd done early years ago in the late 90s. And done that by trading 1, 3, and 5 minute charts, and sometimes 15 on stocks, stock options, futures options, credit spreads. And I blew 2 accounts trading that way. I have not blown an account trading the way I trade now, which I have since 2006. For about 17 years, been trading this way, and was able to get to where I could trade from home because I was making more than what I was making on my job by far. And I was making $20 an hour back then. And able to get my wife home too. So I wound up making what both our incomes combined was in just my trading. Just had to learn to be patient though. That was the hardest part. But here you are with these. Euro Yen. mean, you could take a chance on buying here with a push-up, and that would be up into here, daily range for today. Of course, it could go up even more overnight and then present a sell opportunity to come down. Low risk is what we're looking for. We're not looking for a sell here, even though it's in a downtrend. This is on a 1 hour. It's a downtrend. The 4 hour on the euro yen looks like this long term. So we have to see if there's any opportunity, which there could possibly be. See, on the 4 hour, a push down into right here would be the ultimate scenario for a buy up into here. That would be a good move, because this is a 4 hour chart, not a 1 hour. So the distance is a lot further than a 1 hour. The euro yen is looking pretty good. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to make a phone call here in just a minute. I need to make sure though. The New York session didn't open for a little bit. So the New York station is going to got to decide what's going to happen. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, can I go make a phone call real quick? This is pretty important. I'll be right back before the New York session starts, which is in 17 minutes. So I have those questions and comments ready. When I get back, go ahead and put them in the chat. Okay, y'all still hanging with me? I'm on. Had to make a very important phone call. Very important. Okay. New York session opens in 10 minutes. Actually less than 10 minutes. If you got any questions or comments, feel free. Anything in there. We'll go with the pound Aussie. I mean the pound dollar, where it made a buy. That was last night. Asian session. Ran up, pulled back some. You could have possibly got in right there with a low risk trade. That low was 42. And that low is 22. 20 plus 3 on the spread, $23 risk. And you'd be up right now. If you did happen to get that 42, it's pushed up to 83. That's 40 pips. You've now took off half of your first position. And you've moved your stop from there to here and actually put $1 or $2 on it, to where now it's not going to lose any money. And it's got potential to push up into here. If it does, you're going to move your stop up. but not too tight. Or you could take profit knowing that's the target, even though there is potential that this is going to get filled in, so it could go up into here. Not today though, that's not going to happen today. But the best case scenario would have been to pull back down in here, retest this yearly pivot, and then here we go all the way up here, which it could still happen. In the New York session, they could, big boys could say, we don't want to buy it right now, we're going to drive it down, and then we're going to get in and push it up. That's what we're hoping. But if you wanted to get in it right now, that would be your stop right there, and profit target would have to be up in here. And knowing that, it could eventually push up to here tomorrow for the sale to come in. But that's why you have to watch them. Watch all these. Any questions, comments? I'm open. Less than 8 minutes. Aussie dollar made a buy. That was on Friday afternoon, and you could have got in anywhere in there. And now it's just profit target today. You've got half of your position you took off. Now you moved your stop up, so you're already in the trade. You've already made profit. You feel good now because the stress is gone. The daily range for it today is just about made it. It could go up into here, but I'm expecting this to get filled in, that flush down, which would be up into here. That won't happen today. That will not happen today because there's no news. Nothing to drive it. Mondays is setup day for the week, but they can push it up on Monday, and then the rest of the week it sells off, or vice versa. They can drive it down, and then the rest of the week they turn it to the upside. This is the Euro CAD. There was one opportunity, two opportunities. That was the best because that was only a, what I say, that was $2 risk. Lows 28, lows 30, $2 plus the spread, $5. $5 risk, and now you've took off half your profit, and you moved your stop. Well, if you moved it up in here for that push up, you got stopped out. I see what's happening is trying to turn up. Because once you get in there, that's the stop. Once this starts to happen, this is the stop. So if you moved it up in here, you got stopped out. If you're still down in here, you're still in the trade. CAD yen is making a push up. You see it's filling, it's flush. That one little poke up, and that's took out that week up into here. With the way the oil is, and the war, Israel and Gaza, it could take that out because it's, the Canadian dollar is tied to the oil, so it can easily take out that high. Aussie yen, that was on Friday. There was the pullback. You're in the Asian session. There's your reward. And now you're just moving your stop up on the second half, and the target potential for today is up in here for the daily range. I'm expecting this to get filled in, this flush, all the way up into here. That won't happen today though. I'd rather have it pull back down in here for a low risk buy and then head up that way. Because the earnings are starting to come out now. So that could help push these. Pound CAD is in a sell. That's pound odd. Pound CAD's in a buy. Here's your buy on your poke down right there. And that happened in Asian session early. Pound yen trying to push up. It's got the potential to come up here today and eventually up to here. That won't happen today. So that's a big range. That's an extreme. It could get up there, but no news. I don't expect it to get pushed up that way. I do expect it to possibly get up to here. That's a yearly pivot retest where it broke down. Might go sideways there for a while, a couple hours. Here in New Zealand, and a sell. Looking more for a push up into here for a sell, but it's above the yearly pivot. So where we closed above it, retested it, came up, are we going to retest it? And New Zealand, same thing, and a sell on New Zealand yen. Got a gap to fill, give a buy opportunity, but we can retest this today. New Zealand yen, Euro Aussies in a sell. So New York session, less than 2 minutes. Dollar yen, nothing to do on there. Nothing on there. Yep, New York session about to open. I think I'm done with my coffee for the day. Now that it's open, I'm gonna go look this up. Okay. Here we go. Your session open now. Dollar trying to push down. Dollar pushing down. So the dollar's getting stronger. CAD yen. So we gotta keep an eye on them. Let's see. I'm recording the video in case you miss anything and go back and look at it. It's usually posted around noon, 1 o'clock Eastern time, sometimes 2. And this is live streaming. So around dollar, trying to push back down a little bit. Euro CAD, trying to push up CAD yen. Let's see, I want to look at that again. If it pushes up from here, there's its daily range up here. But it's in a 1 hour sell right now. A 4 hour is in a sell. There we go on the Euro CAD, pound dollar. Not a lot of movement so far. Keep an eye on all these. CAD yen pulling down now. For now. Hold on a second, be right back. No, nothing in the chat yet. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But it was just kind of expected. Because not everybody likes this kind of trading. Be right back. Okie dokie. I'm back. The New York session is open. CAD yen is moving. What do I want to do? Yeah. Okay. Back in business. ahead. Yen, it's an hour, it's pulling back. New Zealand yen, euro yen. It's trying to climb some, the euro yen. So New York session's only been open for 7 minutes, so nothing going on. I have to keep an eye on the. Okay, the dollar yen is trying to make a push up. Now, why is that important? Let's see, the high back there was 74. Probably going to take that out today. When it gets up into the 149.90s, I'm going to add to my dollar yen short. I'm in already at the 48.90s. 148.96 is where I got in at on last week. Last week. And if it pushes up, which it looks like it's going to the 149.90s, once it get over the 150s, the Bank of Japan could step in again at any time and drive this thing down. And it could reach that today. The daily range on the yen can get into the 150s today. So if you're long the dollar yen, be very careful, because if you're in profit, it's going to turn into a loss when they come in plus a bunch. Hopefully it won't blow your account, because you've been warned. It's already happened once, it's going to happen again. Just don't know when. That's the unknown. So careful on those trades. Let's see. They're trying to move it now. It's been open 10 minutes. So we'll go through these again one more time. The pound dollar 1 hour is a buy. That was a buy opportunity on Friday afternoon. It pulled down into it last night for your buy. That's not your buy. That's just a okay. Start looking for a buy opportunity. There it was. Ran up. You're able to take off half of your position and move your stop up, which originally would have been there, to here. If you moved it up into here after this push up, you got stopped out. But you got to watch. I'm looking for either a buy opportunity down here for a retest of this yearly pivot, or the daily range for today could be up to here, which means I'm looking for this to get filled in, this flush down all the way up to here. That won't happen today. The best case is for the push down to here for a buy, and then up to here. That's the big move, to hold on for that. But if over today and overnight and in the morning in the New York session it pushes up to here, then we could look for a sell. So right now there's nothing to do unless you just wanted to get in. This was your stop, get in long. That's your stop with potential profit target up to here today on the daily range. But we have to watch them. That's why we have to be patient. See, the Aussie dollar is trying to pull down. Its daily range for today is just right up in here, so it didn't have much further to go. But I'm expecting it to go up into here to fill in that flush up in here. That won't happen today. The better case scenario is a sell-off down into here with a buy opportunity, and then up to fill in the flush. That's the bigger move. Because if you got in right now, your stop's going to have to be down here. That's too big a risk. Especially if you got a small count. Any questions or comments so far? I think I said this before last week. Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday night, somebody messaged me. They were from both of them from other countries, but they said that they've been watching my videos, but they wanted more action, and that means more trades. So that tells me that they are in a position to where they have to make money every single day. And in that case, they need 1, 3, and 5 minute charts, which I don't suggest. Because I've been there, done that. I've said this before, and I'll say it always. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and burnt the t-shirt. I blew 2 accounts doing it that way. And since I've been trading, swing trading since 2007, they're going on 17 years, I've not blown any accounts. I've just made money. So to me, this is the way to go. Less stressful, but you do have to be patient, but you're not going to make money every day. Sometimes you might not make money tomorrow. There might not be a trade set up there. You have to be patient and wait for it. Put in the order, like if you wanted to get in on this push up here, low risk trade, you put in an order to sell, and then hope that it's going to push down into here. If it doesn't, with the oil the way it is and the Canadian dollar's tied to that it's probably going to take this out and go higher. Pound dollar coming down, euro CAD. The better scenario would be down here to buy. And Aussie yen, trying to push down. The better scenario would be a buy down in here, or right in here. And then come up and it's going to fill in this flush. So we have to be patient. So chances are there might not be a trade today. Euro Aussie is trying to push up. See what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, it's in a sell on the 4 hour. You had 1, 2 opportunities. You may get a third opportunity here before it sells off. And if it does sell off, then you're going to be looking for a target down into here. Now this is a 4 hour, so that's actually a big drop off. And you may have to hold it a day or two. But you have to be willing to do that. Hold it. And you may not get paid for a couple of days, but then you're going to get paid pretty good. You're not forcing trades like them 1, 3, and 5 minute traders are. Constantly have to find force trades. They take 8 to 10 pips on average, and that's not me telling you that. That's just information from the brokerage houses. You know, whether you use Interactive Brokers or Wanda, Trading View, whoever you use. They say on average, the average trader takes 8 to 10 pips. And then when that happens, you got to move your stop to break even. Or maybe even, a little below it, but because it's in a 1 hour candle, you can easily get stopped out. It can retrace that, and then you can wind up being right and it goes in your direction. So that's why you don't take 8 to 10 pips. And most people get excited. They get too excited when they say that the green showing up in their account. Feel like they got to make money every single day. And sometimes there's trade. There could be a trade today. But we have to be patient and wait and see. Because today is Monday and it's setup, what they call setup day for the week. More times than not, if there's a push up, then the rest of the week there's a sell off, and vice versa. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can go back and look at the charts. Easy to tell that. Easy. Euro yen is trying to push up. I'm trying to look at the dollar yen. It's in the 149.60, so it's just dragging right now. Any questions or comments, feel free to in the chat room to answer. I'll answer them as best I can if I know the answer to it. See everything else. Not really doing anything. Euro yen trying to push up. Nothing on the pound dollar. Need those euro yen. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's wanting to head up into here. Daily range will be up into here. Pound yen. If it's going up, the daily range is going to be up into here today. I would think eventually this is going to get filled in up to here. That chances are, since there's no news today, that's not going to happen. Not today. Be tonight or tomorrow. But the better case, because there really wasn't a great pullback, except for right there, the greater opportunities to pull back down into here and then go up to fill it in. Because this has been a sell, and if it pushes back up in there, it would give us another sell opportunity. New Zealand yen, doing nothing. Euro New Zealand, doing nothing. Pound Aussie, trying to make a little of a push up. There's that yellow yearly pivot. It's where it went to, right to it, to the pip, and sold off, rejected. Now they may have to get more buyers to come in, so they have to sell it off. Get the buyers with it. Now they can push it up and go above it and close above it. And we're going to squeeze the picture in. You can see that there was the opportunity to get in long right there. Actually anywhere in there. We wouldn't get in on that candle. Might got in on that one or that one. The risk was 190.46. 190.62. 16 plus 4 is $20 risk if you got in down in here. The great is 75, and that was 46. So that's 26. See, that's 30. That's my max limit to get in with the spread. So I do swing for those of you who are here for the first time. I don't do 1, 3, and 5 minute charts. You see, I use just 1 hour and 4 hour. You may ask, why do I do that? If you don't know this already, the ones that do the trading on the brokerage houses, that's what they use, 1, 4, and daily. They don't use anything less, because they have certain numbers they're looking for, like this to sell, like this to buy. So I'm following what they do, because I want to be in that, because they're the ones that make the money. I want to follow the ones that make the money. The ones that lose the money are the ones that do the 1, 3, and 5 minute charts, because they're the ones that take the 8 to 10 pips as quickly as they can, and then they have to move their stop up, and they can easily get stopped out. Some of them move it up to break even right after, increases your chances that it's going to get stopped out. Could retrace that much easy and then push up or down depending on what direction you're in. And then there's others who, okay, I got 8 to 10 pips. I'm moving my stop to 8 to 10 pips down, to where if it stops out, I get broke even. But they took the first half, then they lost on the second half. And because again it was too tight, it could go in the direction up or down, and now they got to find another place to get in. But there's a lot of traders that trade that way, and look, and you have to watch and see, are they trading on demo? Are they really trading? Are they changing their numbers? Are they changing their Excel spreadsheet? If they are, there's no reason to follow them, because they're not transparent. I have losses. I have losses. And I can have more losses than I have wins, but because my losses are so small, that I can have 1 win that could wipe out 10 losses. So my win to loss ratio will be horrible, but I would actually make money. So would you rather have something like that, or would you rather have, like other traders are, that trade those 1, 3, and 5 minute, sometimes 15 minute charts, and they take their 8 to 10 pips and they win a lot, but then overall their average number of pips is nothing. Now this is a waiting game. Yes, if you trade the 1, 3, 5, 15 minute, you're going to get trades every day. Mine may not happen today. The dollar, euro CAD, see, euro CAD's pushing down. Then we'll look at the 4 hour just to see. And it's pushing down too, so both are in 1 hour and 4 hour are in agreement on the push down. Let's squeeze it in. See, we're in no man's land here. A sell is going to be way up into here. A buy is going to be way down here. Look where we're at. It being Monday, this is setup day. This could be a push down. This probably won't happen today. It definitely won't happen today because it's a 4 hour. But you could sell off today, sell off in the Asia session, Europe session, and then turn around, be down in here for a buy to push up. So we have to keep an eye on those. But the daily range on the Euro CAD, this is overnight, can actually come down and go lower, which would be in agreement with the 1 and 4 hour to the downside. But if it turned around from here, it's up here. But because it's Monday, setup day, that it looks like it's going to come down and take this out, or come down closer down into here if it's going to turn around. The Aussie is down, so the dollar is stronger today, so that tells me I got to keep an eye on that dollar yen. And it's in 149.70s now, so now we're getting some movement. Well, if it gets into the 149.90s, I'll add to my short position on the dollar yen, and it will be doubled in a regular position at the 148.90s. I'm going to double it in the 149.90s. And when the Bank of Japan steps in, whenever that is, then make really good money. Really good money. The pound dollar, this is going to get filled in up into here at some point. Not today. And as big as that is, probably not tomorrow either. Unless it just turns around in here and goes up to this. The daily range makes up in there, and then the Asia and Europe and the morning session of New York pushes it up to here before the sell. I like the scenario down here better because there's more room, bigger profit potential down here. That's a yearly pivot. So the odd yen has got potential up to here today. This is going to get filled in at some point. Won't be today. All the way up to here. Euro Aussie. It's trying to push up. These are 1 hour charts, and remember, Euro Yen has the potential, the daily range up into here, but it's in a 1 hour sell right now. CAD yen, see, it took it out. What did I tell you? It's going to take it out. The daily range could be up into here. Yep, up in here is the daily range limit. So it's got a little bit higher to go. Remember, this is tied to the oil, and with the Israel and Gaza and potential war, that this could push even higher. We're going to look at the yen, still in the 149.70s. So you got to keep an eye on those. There's a potential sell up in here. Pound dollar trying to come down. Aussie dollar coming down. Euro CAD, it has come down into a buy opportunity. But the 1 and 4 hour agreement to the downside, which means that this will get taken out, and probably today. Let's see, that trade is, it's basically stayed within that 1 hour candle there. Came down the low, went up to the highs, coming back down to the low. A 4 hour looks like this. A better scenario would be a buy down here. That's not going to happen today though. I do have to keep an eye on that dollar yen for any push up. Okay, dollar yen. So what would be the risk low is 43.28, 35.73, $10 risk if you got in on the poke down right there, risking $10 for a potential move up into here. Not today. That won't be today. But the better scenario is to take out this low today and go down lower. Yeah, Aussie yen, CAD yen. Keep an eye on all those. Any questions, comments for anybody? This is right. Be right back. Gotta get a drink of water. Right there. Okay.
I can go by myself. It's no problem.
Yeah, if you wanted to go now, you could.
Don't look at me. I can't go right here.
Oh.
There's the way.
Okay. Okay. Did I miss anything? Doubt it. Okay, here we are. No questions, comments. As I'm recording this, I might as well go ahead and close it down. Live stream. I have it recorded though. It'll be up after lunch. So that's it for today. Go ahead and close it down. So we'll see you guys in the morning, 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you've not already done so, please hit the like and subscribe button. And the subscribe button is just mainly so that way, if you like what you're seeing as far as the training and education, and when I'm on live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, US, you'd have to click on the notify me button, and YouTube will notify you when I'm on live, and that makes it pretty easy. So that's why you kind of have to click on the subscribe button first, then you have to click on the notify me. So I plan on seeing you guys tomorrow morning.